Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to what should be the real final episode of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. How you doing, Nick?
Oh God, I have to silence my Twitch. I'm hearing two of you, and that's just way too many of you.
That's way too much,
sorry.
Chris Beck.
That is just way too much, Chris.
No, that's way more than God intended. I'm surprised he lets one slide. Actually, where are we here? There should be a warp point. Kinda close by? Where's the closest warp? Are there really no warps in this corner of the castle? Huh. I guess the closest one is above the clock room, it looks like. I guess that's where we're headed. Is your audio cooperating now, Nick, or still two Chris's? Uh-oh. Let's see if we've lost Nick here. Okay, so see, Nick is not talking. Oh.
Okay, there we go. Got my laptop set up so I can watch Twitch on the other screen.
There you go.
It's almost like overcomplication has been the theme for this game. Speaking of which, I can't remember. Did you get the damn holy symbol?
Yes, we got the holy symbol. We should be good to go as far as returning to the inverted castle. Is there anything else like extra that you can think of?
Just the high jump boots that I can think of offhand, but I don't even think we need those, but I didn't think we needed the holy symbol.
I believe we actually got those.
Did we?
Yeah, we should have the... Damn it. We should have the high jump boots. Let me double check my inventory here, but...
I think it's down, up, and jump or something stupid.
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking of the gravity boots. Yeah. No, the high jump boots, no, I don't believe we have those. Strangely enough. Do we get those in the inverted castle, or do we get those here?
No, high jump boots are the middle pathway in the clock room.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I mean, we're going that way. We can see if we can get them.
Yeah, assuming you remember how to get them. I don't. I never remember how to navigate that goofy gimmick.
Yeah, no, me neither. I mean, it's been a solid, 10 years since I've played this front to back?
I think you have to use the stopwatch in that room in order to open the middle path.
All right, well, got the stopwatch.
Well, that was convenience.
It's like the game heard you.
It's almost as convenient as finding out we already had a Chris Grim in our inventory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now we're gonna humiliate Dracula that much more with double Chrysogrims, so.
Good old Dr. Acula.
Dr. Acula. Scott Bakula.
So what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. I've got about 5 hours left in Dune, according to my audiobook reader.
Oh, never mind. I guess the path is just open already. So go up the middle.
I think the middle takes us to Orlocks. I think it's the right path.
No. Just
well,
go.
We're going to the right path for a minute, anyways. Okay, cool. We got all the fake Alucard gear.
Hooray! Now I guarantee you we walk back into the room and it's gonna close.
I don't think the middle path can close, can it?
I don't know what the conditions are for opening that. Okay, whatever. I'll take it. Fine. I just figured that's the way our luck would have been going. But 5 hours left in Dune, huh?
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
I just finished mine this morning, so I finally got ahead of you.
Oh, nice. You sure this is right?
Did you empty this room already?
Yeah, I think we've been up here.
Press down, up, and then jump. Well, at least we got the a la carte armor.
Yep. Worth it, I say. Now let's get this episode back on track so that this isn't another kerfuffle like last time. Oh, god damn it. And that was actually the way that would have led me to the warp point. Oh.
Boy, they were really sparing with warps back in.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Like,
game.
you basically can't warp to the southeast end of the castle. You have to hoof it. Alright, I think I know another one that's relatively close, though. So yeah, I basically just started like the book 3 segment.
You know what? You were right when I got to that. I was like, oh, you're right. There was a book 3. I forgot how brief book 2 was.
Yeah, it's basically make friends with the Fremen.
Yep. Book 1 is destruction. Book 2 is build up. Book 3 is revenge.
Nice. I'm very excited for the revenge part. Also, like, I kind of feel like they suddenly wanted me to think that Fade is an actual threat. Like, I pretty much ignored him when he was like Harkonnen's lackey, but then all of a sudden he's like plotting murders, and I'm pretty sure he wants to kill his uncle.
Oh yeah, yeah, because book 3 literally opens with Fade deciding that he's yeah, that's right. The viper that the Baron has been growing all of a sudden has fangs. Yes.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I think you cleared all this out because you've got the Bat Soul, or had the Bat Soul.
Yeah, no, we're good here. I just thought I saw like an extra path up there. I was wrong. Oh. Half of the battle is just going to be getting back to the inverted castle.
Yeah, there's boy, part of the reason you got to love this game so much is because you had to go down the hallways so many times because yeah.
You learn to love it. It's like drinking beer, you know, no one likes it their first sip, but it grows on you the more you do it.
It's one of those things where you wonder, gee, do I know this game so well because it was a good game, or is it nostalgia and the forced repetition, or...
Oh, man. So, yeah, sorry about the spoiler for your birthday present, but I was trying to get your address, like, while that copy of Dune was still on sale.
No worries. I was high as a kite when I read that because I had taken some pretty heavy sleep meds, so I didn't even remember it until I was looking through my text the next day.
I was hoping you were going to say I did some hardcore LSD, Chris, and you just caught me as I was coming down. Here we go.
No, my insomnia kicked in like hardcore for the last 3 days, so I took a couple tranquilizers. Don't take a couple anything when that's a tranquilizer, is my advice.
Wait, these are for horses. Oh my god. These are meant to calm them down after the race before they're put down. Huh. What are the odds that this is the horse gate? That's funny.
Okay, so I never realized that there were different symbols above each gate. This is literally my first time realizing that.
That's funny. Yeah, I suppose if you go through them enough, they're meant to convey where you are, but I always just open the map and figure it out.
Yeah, or just like open the friggin' map. Well,
right.
You know, some designer made the extra pixel there, and or made the extra sprite. So.
Damn it! If you didn't want his work acknowledged. Boy, I can't believe
know you've got those boots. You're just using them constantly.
Yep. I mean, it is a quick way to get around. All right, here we go.
Yeah, but boy, I hear you. This week just flew right by.
Indeed.
1st of October, beginning of the next financial quarter. Hooray.
Yeah, that's right. And also I guess we're beginning Spoopy October this month with finishing Castlevania.
Right. What did you want to play? I know I had rattled off a list of things. I didn't know if any of those struck your fancy.
I gotta tell you, it's been so long since I've played it or seen it played. I would love to watch you do a Dead Space run through.
Fun fact: I've never beaten Dead Space.
Really?
No, I was always too creeped out by it to actually play it. That was always something my brother did instead.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, well, I mean, I could do it. I'd have to buy it for Steam, but that's probably like, what, $5 these days?
Which of us is the better at playing games, Chris?
Probably you overall, but I think
so?
I've played more games. I don't know.
I'm wondering who would have an easier time getting through it.
Well, I've been through it, and it loses all of its horror shock value the moment you get the Ripper.
Right. I've never actually played it, so maybe you could kind of backseat me if, you know, if I'm doing a terrible job or something.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean, it's fairly linear. It's not too much of a, like, you know, explore and solve puzzles kind of thing. It's
I've
more
always
like
considered it an easier, creepier Resident Evil.
yeah,
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's not off base. It certainly has its roots in Resident Evil 4. But a lot of folks would say that it did Resident Evil 4 better than Resident Evil 4, which I would be inclined to agree with.
Mm-hmm. No, I can definitely see that. I mean, I've always had good things to say about Dead Space.
Yeah, because with Resident Evil 4, it was pretending like it was still a Resident Evil, but what it was really doing was inventing a new genre with the Resident Evil name. So for me, it was kind of like, why call this Resident Evil?
For the brand recognition.
Well, yeah, exactly. The same reason that Final Fantasy 15 is called a Final
You're
Fantasy.
acting like games are art and not some sort of vehicle for printing money for businesses.
Don't make me beat the games or art drum, Nick. Come on. I will do it. Alright, so I know one of the bosses that we haven't killed is roughly in this area. Right?
Yeah, the incredibly disappointing mummy, who is in Orlox's old room.
Okay, Orlox. We need to get... Okay. I think I know where to go. Boy, the Chrysogrim really levels out these guys.
I'm trying to remember if the Malachi monster is an HP Lovecraft creature or not.
I believe it's Malachi. He's the Italian god of destruction. That was a joke.
I know it's from something.
Oh, Malachi? I'm not sure. I mean, Malachi's obviously a book of the Bible.
But no. Oh, are you joking about the Malachi thing too?
Yes, I'm absolutely joking about Malachi. that was a really lame seminary joke, actually. The prophet Malachi, he was Italian.
You're speaking to a niche audience on a small audience, Chris.
Hey, we've got 2 viewers. Oh wait, that's you and me.
I'm watching. No, not really.
I'm watching you with all the eager anticipation I watched the first presidential debate.
Oh, geez.
Thanks, Duncan.
How much of that did you watch, out of curiosity?
You're gonna love this. Max and I actually recorded ourselves for an episode of something else watching it. We couldn't. I couldn't figure out if we were legally allowed to stream the video. So we did the audio.
The debates.
Yeah, we did the audio, and I just played some Sega Genesis for a little bit while we talked.
Oh, okay.
So it's on YouTube right now.
I'll have to take a gander at that. That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, interesting is a good way to put it. All right, so this will take us to Orlox.
I watched 20 minutes, and I pretty much had my fill at that point.
Right.
I came in expecting 2 doddering old men, and my God, that's exactly what I got.
Yeah, it was humiliating. I mean, like, we got exactly what we expected from Trump, which was just nonsense and maniacal hypocrisy. But what I was upset with was the fact that Biden kept taking his bait.
Well, Biden kept taking the bait, and my biggest irritation was Trump provided him so many openings for a good zinger, and he just never landed a single punch. The best analogy I think I read was, I think it was NPR's summary of, it seemed like a boxing match where Trump had climbed the ropes and refused to get down no matter how much the referee begged him, and Joe Biden stood in the middle of the ring with his gloves up and didn't quite know where he was.
Oh, God. Oh, well, here we go. So I find myself not remembering where Orlox's quarters is in the inverted castle, because I thought it was attached to the clock room. I am wrong, though.
Boy, you turn this castle upside down, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, like, hold on a second here. So Orlox... He is connected to Dracula's area, right? Like, where you entered the castle.
I thought he was in that area that's due south of you.
Southwest?
Where it turns into the big room?
Yeah, southwest, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think.
I mean, where else could it be at this point? Yeah. So we gotta... Maybe I can take a warp over to the inverted library, and that would get us kind of close. I think? I don't know at this point. I'm just gonna let the Chrysogrim guide us.
see here. Let's look at the wiki.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't want this to be another 2 episodes. We're already 15 minutes in. Like I know pretty well where to find death.
Don't we all?
Come on.
Okay, well, this is the last. Okay, yeah. So remember when I said it was that area directly due south of you, the large open area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
So you want to go there. It's one of the exits from that room.
Is it by the far left warp point on the map that I'm looking at? The yellow square on the far left?
No. It's the larger room that. Okay, you see how there's a save point almost directly below you?
Oh yeah, straight. Oh, okay, that's
that
where
room.
It is. That's
yes.
it. Oh,
Yep.
okay. So apparently we tried to get there at some point and then just failed. Okay.
There's like 3 exits from the room, and we picked all of them except the correct one.
Gotcha. All right.
So there we go.
Let's do this. All right, so now I'm gonna head left-ish for a little bit. Or wait, could this? No. Okay.
Yeah. Just keep heading left, and
Yeah.
eventually you'll get there.
That monster makes a weird sound.
Here we go.
Are we at level 50 now? Did I hit level 50? 45. No. Boy, our HP is so criminally low because of the luck playthrough.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, if I were in any danger, it would be meaningful.
I keep forgetting because of the strong start we had.
Yeah, well, that's what the luck run through is about. It kind of balances itself out a little bit in the inverted castle. You get to keep all of the Alucard gear. Shit.
No wonder. Okay. Does it give you higher luck? I honestly forget.
Yeah, that's how the glitch is performed. You have 99 luck.
Okay, that's why the Chris Grim was
so easy to get. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. All right, so big open area here.
I think it's your bottom right and
bottom right. Okay, follow this. Boy, that guy was a boss in the first castle.
Yeah, it's almost as though they're trying to show you how far you've come.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, yay or nay? You getting a PS5?
Yeah, probably not on release because, they're always impossible to find on release. But
yeah, I don't even think you can at this point.
Well, if Amazon would open up pre-orders, I think I'd be able to, but yeah. But I mean, I'm pretty much a Sony loyalist, so... Oh, here we go.
Get ready for the most disappointing boss.
What? What were you talking about? Sorry.
Huh?
Oh,
yep.
Right. There was a
now,
boss.
There's no second form. He's just gone.
He's just with
and after how cool the Olrox fight was, we wondered what horrible beast is here.
We got the Rib of Vlad.
Just some mummy. Which doesn't even fit thematically.
No, he's just a punk. But, it's Castlevania, and they're going to throw in every, public domain monster they can get. Alright, so now we have to work our way up to the water cavern. And now I should actually be able to go into the water.
Yeah, because the last one we've got to fight is Death, right?
Yep, that's it. The last enemy to be destroyed is Death. Another Bible reference.
Galgamoth, huh?
Isn't it? It is Death, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Galgamoth is like the optional boss of this game.
Oh, that's right. Where is he?
He's up where Legion used to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if this is gonna be the final episode, well, I don't know. We're only 20 minutes in. We'll see. Let's see where the night takes us.
Depends on how smoothly the caverns go. Well, because the catacombs, I mean, those aren't nothing. That'll take 10 minutes to navigate.
Yeah, the trick is just getting there. Let's see. I am close to a warp point, though.
Galgamoth, you get the what is it? The poison mist.
I believe so. Yeah, it turns your mist cloud into a green one.
Yeah, which is completely useless. But,
yeah, it's pretty much a cosmetic upgrade. It's like Zero's purple saber in Mega Man X4. Like, who gives a shit? Mega Man X4, there's a game.
You know, I think that was probably my favorite Mega Man X.
Yeah, same here.
I replayed it recently and definitely realized I had some, yes. Had some nostalgia goggles on, but still a solid game overall.
You know, there's something to be said about a brief game that controls exceedingly well.
Yes, very much so.
And that's what Mega Man X4 did. It took the Mega Man X formula, it polished the controls a little more, and it added a second playable character for a little bit of replay value, and that was all it needed back then. It was very well done.
Yeah, I remember my experience with the Mega Man X series was I loved 1. 2 seemed like too little effort. 3 seemed like too much. And then 4 felt just right again.
Yeah, 4 hit the sweet spot once again, yeah.
Yeah, 3 always felt like it was just trying way too hard.
But, you know, that also spoke to, like, what was, in essence, kind of like the early heyday of the PlayStation, where, like, it wasn't competing with the N64 because the N64 didn't exist yet, or was only a year old. So what it was really doing was just, like, taking some established, like, Super Nintendo formulas and putting them on steroids. Like, those were kind of my favorite sort of PS1 games.
Well, that's true, because there is a huge amount of F-Zero X-esque games that had come out for it. Is this the right place?
Yeah, I can get into the water.
Okay, yeah, so long as you've opened it from that side. You know, that Dodo Bird drops the Rune Blade, if I'm not mistaken, which is a pretty fun sword.
As fun as the Chrysogrim?
No. Well, funner, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Longer,
define
no.
fun.
It's like a boomerang sword that you throw and it comes back to you.
Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
Exceedingly difficult to get, but it was worth it.
Yeah. 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 Alright, here we go. So, Nick, I know last time, or maybe 2 episodes ago now, you asked me what my favorite Castlevania was. What's yours?
What was mine?
I mean, I know you talked quite a bit about how much you enjoyed the Order of Ecclesia. But I don't know if you ever settled, like, is that your favorite, or is that just something that you thought was a great experiment?
No, I'm mentally going down my mental roster here. I would say... I would say it's a toss-up between Order of Ecclesia and Castlevania 2 Legacy of Darkness.
Oh, really? The N64 one. All right.
Yeah, blasphemous, I know.
No, I think that's great, because not a lot of people give the N64 ones the credit they deserve.
Sure. If you, Order of Ecclesia, I mean, I loved Harmony of Dissonance and Dawn of Sorrow and all that, but they're all basically the same game, and I felt Order of Ecclesia was the last word.
Yeah.
In that bundle of 4 games, like, once you've played one, you've played them all, but Order of Ecclesia, I felt
and
was
out of all of the Metroidvania Castlevanias, I felt like Order of Ecclesia was the one that least tried to be Symphony of the Night. Like I felt like Harmony of Dissonance and Aria of Sorrow were, in effect, just attempts to recapture Symphony of the Night on, you know, a portable system. Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin, kind of the same thing. I mean, Portrait of Ruin leaned a little more heavily into, like, the...
Portrait of Ruin, yeah.
I did like Portrait of Ruin a lot, because it leaned more heavily into, like, the Belmont style of gameplay, but married it to the Castlevania Symphony of the Night style.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to slightly change that. I'm still going to go with Castlevania 2, but instead of Order of Ecclesia, I'll go with Portrait of Ruin. Because with Order of Ecclesia, like the other games that I was talking about, it does kind of fall into that rut of kill enemy, farm items for a stronger weapon to kill enemies faster, rinse and repeat. Portrait of Ruin had some really fun ways to change the formula up, because that was when they started introducing, like, level 1 mode and then, like, level 255 mode. They had that whole little bonus arena you could open up at the beginning of the castle. choosing between Charlotte and Jonathan was really fun too.
Yeah, they were both good characters, and I liked that it wasn't like a choose your character at the beginning of the game. You could switch between them at any time. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, on the
and it
fly,
made you like
was
approach
very
situations
cool.
more creatively.
But like I said, I like Castlevania 2 just because by the time you got bored of one scenery or one level or one gimmick, they were usually throwing something new at you, and by the time they'd run out, you were fighting Dracula. So,
right.
you know, it knew how to end. It was a fun, consistent ride.
So all of that being said, then I take it classic style Castlevania isn't really your bag.
I enjoy those, but if I want the frustration fest of a difficult game, why don't I just play something like Ninja Gaiden, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I dig.
And they were fine games. I enjoyed them. They controlled well, but, you know, they were okay.
So, like, Castlevania 3 on the NES is one of those rare NES games that I feel holds up exceedingly well to this day. And so that's kind of my favorite of the classic Castlevanias. I'm well aware that Rondo of Blood does everything that it does, only better. And certainly Castlevania 4 was a refreshing departure, like, into the 16-bit era.
Unpopular opinion on my part, but I never liked Castlevania 4.
Oh, really? Okay.
I spent $40 to buy it off of eBay about 10 years ago. Box, instruction manual, everything in wonderful condition.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to set aside this whole weekend to play this game.
And it's done.
In 3 hours. And I just sat there and I was like, I spent $40 on this.
No, see, I thought it was an okay game, but
yeah,
you're
was
right.
okay.
A bit over it. Here we go. Here's Death.
Oh, he actually has dialogue, I forgot.
In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there
Maybe you don't quite understand my relationship to my dad. Death.
Does this make Death his uncle?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
It's okay. Here comes Spider Death.
Now he turns into,
Now he's dead.
Now he turns into, Crawfish Death.
Eye of Vlad. Alright.
Alright, so...
Continue Simon's Quest. Oh, there's one. How did you feel about Simon's Quest? Did you ever play that one?
Hated it. Hated it.
I mean,
got the Konami pack off of Steam that had a bunch of the old games on it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even stand that game even when I skipped to the end. It was just a boring fest. I appreciated what they were trying to do. It was like Symphony of the Night.
There's a switch.
10 years sooner.
I should press it.
But I could never tell where I was going.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was just...
Well, no one could. And that's the thing. It
and
wasn't
that was
a well-designed
game.
game.
The Nintendo Hotline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was meant to plug the Nintendo Hotline. And though something kind of interesting has happened, like in the 30 years since it's been out, people have just like decided that it's now a classic, and I'm like, really? Because I seem to remember everyone...
that it's old.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
there is.
I've never seen a game ride so hard on nostalgia before.
People who say that, I feel, aren't the ones who've played it. There are things of merit there. There were some very clever ideas that were really far ahead of their time. It's just they were so far ahead of their time.
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of do some cool RPG
system,
kind of things, but...
You had the EXP system, you had townspeople to interact with, you had sub-weapons, you had items that you collected that increased your stats once you defeated bosses.
Yeah.
There were some cool ideas there.
Yeah.
Riddles and puzzles. Just, again...
You're right, it was a game of big ideas. And then, like, of course, the notorious translation didn't do it any favors. Because, like, it actually misled you in certain parts.
Yes, I can't tell you how many times I tried to meet that NPC by the river when they at midnight, trying to find all the rivers at midnight.
To this day.
Are we fighting Galgamoth?
Oh, yeah, you want me to go take... we're only a half hour in, so you want me to go take out Galgamoth?
Yeah, go fight him. Sure, that'll be fun. Maybe we'll even win. He's a tough cookie.
I mean, we do have the shield rod, if all else fails. Bats.
Yeah, and 3 was a delightful game.
I love 3. Like, 3 is probably the most nostalgic Castlevania for me.
3 is like one of those NES games that you have to stop and question, was this really on the NES because of how big it was and how good it was, like Mario 3.
Yeah, it was so big, it was so good. And for an NES game, it looked beautiful, too. I mean, like, it was Castlevania, but, like, super colorful and... Yeah.
Amazing soundtrack, too.
Oh, I know. I have nothing but good to say about that. Hey, the Alucard sword. We can dual-wield Alucard swords now.
Well, I'm trying to think. Well, it would be nice to play Legacy of Darkness at some point, but I'm trying to think, were there any other noteworthies?
So are you feeling, like, confident about taking on Dead Space? Hey, cool.
I mean, I'm not unconfident about it. What do you mean by that? How about that?
Oh, just the gate. I'm glad that we found it. Or do you mean... were you asking me about my comment about Dead Space?
Oh, yeah. What did you mean by that?
Oh, I mean, like, if you're not sure about playing it pretty much blind for the first time on this channel, I'd be happy to take it, but at the same time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm giving it a thought. Well, I mean, we could do Dead Space, or we could do Castlevania Legacy of Darkness.
Yeah, I mean, there's a game that you know, as long as we're on a Castlevania kick here.
Play the Castlevanias, which is our channel name, I think, right?
It was kind of fun, because I did the entire 2D Metroid series with Max. It might be kind of fun to just take out a bunch of Castlevanias with you and talk about, like, the series legacy.
I mean, yeah, I'll sleep on it, but yeah, I could absolutely do that. That's a game I know really well. So
yeah, and for a series where we have basically like a month to run through something, I think we could do Dead Space, but again, I've only played through it once, and that was on the PS3.
Have you ever played through Castlevania 2?
Oh, Legacy of Darkness?
Yeah.
No, I rented it and didn't get very far.
Okay, that's right. Should we do the Cornell run-through or the Reinhardt remake?
That's a good question. How long would this take you either way?
Roughly the same for both. Let's go with Cornell, I think.
Yeah, because Cornell was the titular character there, so...
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, plus I've also been on an emulator kick recently.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, I've got a pretty decent emulator that I've found that I can use for that.
Okay, cool.
I've always had a problem trying to make a controller setup that would emulate the N64 accurately, but I think I finally got it now, so that's nice.
Well, you could also always buy a retro tink like I did and actually play the 64 on your computer.
You know, everybody says that, but I've had pretty good luck about just grabbing emulators piecemeal whenever I need them, or ROMs for that matter.
Shh, Nick, you can't say the R word on a live stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. Emulators are legal, ROMs a little less so.
Yo ho, pirate, son of a bitch. Hey, there's another interesting game. It has nothing to do with Spoopy October, other than the fact that everyone likes to be a pirate for Halloween. But we really need to play. What's the pirate game?
Among Thieves?
Yes, Among Thieves.
This is not the way to Galgamoth, by the way.
I'm going the wrong way?
This is not the way to Galgamoth, whatever your plan is.
Aha, okay. Well, let's go through here and see what's over. Then we'll double back.
You're thinking of... What are you thinking of, like... It's not Among Thieves, is it?
No, I think it is Among Thieves.
It is Among Thieves, okay.
Or wait, is that the second Uncharted game? Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. I think I was also thinking of Among Us. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, God. So, have you actually messed with Among Us at all?
I've, like, heard of it. I know what it is meme-wise, but
yeah,
no.
So it's actually, like, kind of a fun concept. The only thing is, though, it's one of those games that's best played with close friends. I have
Well,
precisely like 2 close friends, so we couldn't fill a room with Yumi and Max.
What is the concept? Like I said,
It's did you ever play the game the like party game Mafia, where like one person is the killer and like whenever they get somebody they have to stop and like have a conversation. Like I think it was Jerry, because Jerry was off by himself and he looked suspicious, and then the other guy, whoever's the killer, has to convince everyone else to take each other out, and that's how he wins.
Okay.
It's exactly that.
Okay, that's a cool concept.
Yeah. It's basically just like a fun party game.
Oh, but anyways, yeah. Oh, so you were saying like Sea of Thieves then.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I've been wanting to try that. The only thing that concerns me about doing it as a Play the Hits series is I've seen, from what I've seen of it, it seems like kind of a legit MMORPG, which is a lot more time than I'm willing to invest in it. What I really want to do is just sail around and like be jackass pirates for a couple of episodes.
Well, I've been saying for a while, if I was ever going to play an MMO again, I was probably going to pick up Genshin Impact at some point.
What's that one?
That just came out recently. That is the game that it's an MMO that looks exactly like Breath of the Wild.
Oh, interesting. So now, okay, I've got to go to the right to get...
Yep.
What's his name? You know what? I already lost my cross, so whatever.
You're not
sub
even
weapon.
using your stuff weapons, so I was
No.
kind of curious.
I use the cross sometimes when I get desperate.
Now, I'm trying to remember, what is the background in the catacombs based on? Because, what is that? Like, putting corpses against the wall fully clothed is a very specific tradition to a certain culture.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I know what you're talking about. Steve Smith would kill me right now, because it was part of one of his art classes, and I don't remember it.
I know it's a thing of some kind.
Now, let's see. Is there a save point around here?
I would go back and check first, because you're getting really close to him, and you don't just want to accidentally walk in on Galgamoth unprepared.
Just walk in on him right after he gets out of the shower. Hey, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Oh, what's this?
It's a,
Necklace of J.
necklace of, Mr. J.
Mr. J. Which we actually start. Improve status only after sunset, so...
Oh, okay. I don't even know it. Oh, it's based on your game clock, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that was a thing.
Confers strength of 24 men.
Or is it 2 to 4 men?
Of 2 foremen.
Unfortunately, they're very weak men.
Yeah, their defense is severely lacking. Increases rare item appearance. May absorb damage taken.
You will have an easier time with Galgamoth if you have something that deflects or even absorbs thunder.
Thunder. I don't think I do have that, Nick.
Yeah, I think there's really only one significant item in the game that absorbs thunder, and that is that's the one you get like at the very beginning of the game. You got to be like a bat, and you got to go through the rock tunnel, but you got to fly through it and not touch the edges, and it opens a secret room.
Interesting. Well, at least we got plus 15 defense, so...
Oh, that might help.
Put the Alucard mail back on. We're back up to 55.
Oh, it does. Well, the Alucard mail does resist thunder, so that's...
Oh, okay, cool. The only major issue is the fact that my HP is extremely low because we did the luck glitch.
Well, we'll see what happens. If he kicks our ass too many times, maybe we let him off with a warning.
Yeah, right.
Well, I like how they just hit invert colors on the inverted castle here. Don't go in there. Yeah,
That's where he is.
I think so. Yeah, you want to go to your left.
Here we
first,
go.
probably.
That's what we were looking for. All right, let's put the shield rod to work. Actually, I'm going to try the
Oh, yeah,
Chrysogrim
okay.
for a little bit.
That could help.
Let's see if I can hit him.
weapon. Hey,
All right.
the man himself.
Here's our boy. Yeah. He's angry. All right, so far so good.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're doing significantly better than I thought.
Well, we are horrible cheaters, Nick.
Yeah,
The
trying
clock
to beat
does
this guy-
nothing.
Trying to beat this guy with Richter was something.
Oh, I bet, yeah. So yeah, basically if our HP dips below 300, that's where the shield rod's going to come into play.
And I'm mad to doing this with Richter without all these bells
Oh,
and whistles.
there we go. Finish what Kid Dracula couldn't. That's a good reference. You actually played Kid Dracula on the combo pack that came out recently, right?
Yep. Galgamoth is the main villain in that game.
Yeah, so I only know about it from just like references, but
Yeah,
no,
you
it's
fought
funny.
him in sometime after you fought the Statue of Liberty, but before you fought Imitation Spider-Man.
Imitation Spider-Man. That sounds hilarious.
But that was after you fought all of the Japanese businessmen. So, yeah, it was a weird game.
Hey, there's the gas cloud.
Alright, so what does that look like? Oh, turns you into a wolf. You just look like flatulence, that's all
Yep.
it is. Oh, jeez.
Well, it's kind of like in Breath of the Wild, where you collect all the Korok seeds and they give you a literal pile of shit.
Yeah, I've collected all those seeds and realized the game was a steaming pile of shit.
Ooh, ouch.
I remember I got to 99.6% completion and then realized there was like 2 regions on the map I didn't visit, but the game didn't track what regions you did visit. They only like appeared on the map. So I had no way of figuring out what it was, and after like 150 hours of playing, I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm done. I don't need 100% on this game. I don't have anything to prove to anybody anymore.
See, I liked it. I just didn't fawn over it the way the rest of the world seemed to.
It was fun for like, I don't know, like 10 hours for me. So, but we've had this conversation before. That
Yeah,
Breath of the
a couple of
Wild
times, actually.
was a mile wide and an inch deep, and I did not appreciate that.
Yeah. And it's getting a
It's
direct
cool.
sequel, which kind of upsets me because I really want Zelda to go a different direction. You know?
Well, that's at least what I like about Breath of the Wild, is that I always appreciate when a game does something different, even if it totally blows.
Right, but now, because it was such a success, that something different is going to become more of the same.
Well, I mean, maybe we will get a better version of what the game should have been, kind of like what Thousand Year Door was to Paper Mario 64.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, basically, if they could just, fucking put some dungeons in there, I'd be happy.
Well, I think before the sequel comes out, Calamity Warriors comes out first, though.
Calamity Warrior. Oh, the Dynasty Warriors.
Which they've already done once.
Right, but
before.
this one actually has, like, a real, like, story, apparently.
I guess this will be more of an attempt to tie it in rather than, hey, here's a whole bunch of Zelda characters doing Dynasty Warrior things, which I almost prefer, honestly.
Yeah, I know, because at least that's
You're gonna
kind
have
of
a
like
good
Dissidia, Final Fantasy, right? Where, like, the reason they're all in the same game doesn't really matter. They're just here to kick ass and look good doing it, right?
Yeah, right. I almost prefer it to be schlocky instead of take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like maximum schlock.
Yeah, speaking of which, there was a game that I did spend an inordinate amount of time on, is Dissidia.
You know, I played the first one, and then I just felt like I've seen everything there was to see with that series.
Well, Duodecim really was... It was like... It's kind of like the Castlevania N64 games, where the second one wasn't so much a sequel as it was, like, what they intended to do with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the entire first game is actually in that game.
I guess I feel bad that I never really gave the series that much of a chance, but
Well, I mean,
first-
there's not much
just-
of a chance to give it. There's only
Right.
really the 2 games, and the one on the PS4 is just hot garbage.
with a season pass, if I remember correct.
Oh, it is the most miserable excuse for a fucking Final Fantasy entry I've ever seen. Like spin-off or non. So what I enjoyed so much about Dissidia
More
was
so than All the Bravest.
it's right up there. The very least, Dissidia had like a fun and engaging combat system. Like it was kind of a nice game that you could just pop in and play a few rounds to unwind. It was one of those kind of games. But then with the PS4 version, which is actually a port of an arcade game,
Oh, that makes sense.
they did like some 3-player thing where there's way too much going on the screen. Like all of like the impact of the combat from the original is gone. It's like super floaty. You can't even tell if you're landing hits.
That's very popular with those kind of games, though, in Japan.
Oh,
Because that's how they did it with, I believe, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Eyes of Heaven.
I don't know, but I'm not a fan of it.
Not a lot of people were, but God bless them, they kept on releasing new characters like they promised.
Yeah, they did. I guess it does have a big-ish roster now, but
Dude, I guess, because you just can't say, screw it, we're done.
it's not good. I don't know why I'm still bothering to complete the map. The game is done, Chris. Come on. Go finish this.
I really need to power up those walking boots.
Is there something special I have to do to get the clock to take me to Dracula, or is it just the pieces of his body?
I think you just show up with all the black market body parts.
Okay. Yeah, the axe is going to be better than the clock at this point.
Like you're using any of the items. I feel like the clock would be more useful.
It's gone. Too late.
I've never understood why this game gave you both magic and hearts. That
Yeah,
always
like,
irritated me.
you can use spells. The only one I ever use is, I guess I can't do it with the Chris Grim equipped. Hey, there's the cross. Yeah, I can't do it with the Chris Grim equipped.
Huh, interesting.
But there's also, like, a healing one, right? No.
Well, there's 4 of them, yeah. Well, I think that's an item crash, isn't it? That's different than the spells,
Yeah.
which is like
I was trying to do the healing one. Let me see here.
left up, right.
Dark Metamorphosis.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, it's a Street Fighter combo here.
There's also a specific one only used
There
by
it is.
the sword summon after you get past level 50, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know
Not
if I ever have seen that. Render! No, the game refuses to render. This is a critical error. Hey, so fun fact about Symphony of the Night. You have a disc copy on the PS1, correct?
Yeah.
After this is over...
It could also be used... Go ahead.
You're probably going to say what I was going to say.
As a plate.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Or for tiny snacks.
For tiny snacks. Go ahead and, after this episode is done, put your copy of Symphony of the Night in a CD player or a boombox if you have one.
A CD player?
Yeah, just like any CD player, anything that will play music discs.
Yes, it doubles as a soundtrack. Is that not rad?
It not a full soundtrack. It's actually it's kind of a neat Easter egg. It's Alucard telling you that you shouldn't be doing this, and then it plays one track.
Okay, I gotcha. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, that's a cool touch.
God damn it!
That's a better use of the hardware than Hideo Kojima trying to get the Metal Gear Solid 1 disc to smell like blood.
Is that what he really did?
He wanted it to, to make players feel the impact of killing people.
Yeah, right. In this game, you're not supposed to kill.
Hideo Kojima. The genius that not a lot of people realize has just been stealing ideas from movies his entire career. Still makes damn fun games, but...
Yeah. He's kind of like the Kanye West of video games. You know, he just puts words out there and assumes there's meaning to be had. I mean,
I keep forgetting that guy's alive.
well, no, he's not just alive. He wants to be the next president.
Every time I see Kanye West's picture, I have an Alan Moore moment where I feel like I'm about to read about his untimely death.
Right. No, Kanye considers himself the heir apparent to Donald Trump.
Yeah, a lot of insane people tend to have delusions of greater importance than they really possess.
Yep. Including the one in the White House. So.
Yeah, except he's actually there.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Not every.
Don't remind me.
Not every narcissist moron ends up becoming president.
Just the worst one.
You know, Herbert Frank had a few quotes about that. Herbert Frank had a lot of quotes about fascism.
Fascism?
Fascism. As a matter of fact, I believe Dune is a giant allegory for fascism.
Well, so far, I mean, that's kind of what I'm digging about Paul Atreides. Like, he gets these glimpses of the future where he's, like, leading some tyrannical jihad sort of thing, and it terrifies him, which I find kind of an interesting concept.
Oh, we'll get to that. I love how Shaft is posing like a JoJo villain here. That's great. He's like a pillar man straight out of season 2.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for the brother man? Shaft! Right on. Can you dig it?
I like how he looks like this emaciated corpse in his like little talking picture, but like he looks like this buff muscle man, like in his actual...
right. He's like a full foot taller than Alucard. He's jacked. Look at him.
Maybe this is just how he perceives himself.
Right. He's just projecting like what he's always wanted to be.
You know, Shaft, there's a villain I don't feel like they ever properly used in the Castlevania series.
Oh, I'm sure he's coming. Give him like season 4. When they need Dracula to revive, he'll show up.
Well, not even that. Just like in the games.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like he would have been a really good character in the Lords of Shadow series, I think.
We talking Shaft, the sorcerer, Shaft, the red hot sex machine that makes all the chicks go crazy.
Tomato, tomato.
Did you ever have you ever seen like an episode of Shaft?
I have not, but I get it for the most part.
It's kind of one of those things where like, how was this on TV when like our parents were growing up? Like this blows my mind. This is like softcore porn. I mean, it's way ahead of its time. It had a black protagonist, and you know, like, and he would like constantly sleep with white women, and it was pretty, yeah.
It's like the NYPD Blue of its time.
I think NYPD Blue was the NYPD Blue of its time.
Father.
Is that the one with the song?
Right.
Dun 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 dun. Am I remembering that right?
Not nearly long.
Or is that
That's
Law and Order? That's Law and Order. Okay.
Do you still side
What's your
with
favorite like
humanity?
trashy cop show?
Have you forgotten
Law and Order.
what they did to
Okay,
you?
I like Criminal Minds.
You think I would forget?
I like that you just turn on Law and Order and there's so damn many episodes, there's a pretty decent chance you're not going to see a rerun.
Yeah, right.
Criminal Minds is always, it's good for the first 5 episodes, and then it falls into the horrible pattern of woman gets horrifically abused as the
Right.
plot debates, and then we need to go stop someone from horrifically sexually abusing women.
No, you tremble before my true form.
From Axe Knight to Zombie, what?
I'm not sure. From A to Z. I don't know what achievement that is. But anyways, so what I do like about Criminal Minds is like there's certain parts of it where it could like venture into like a full-on like actual horror movie. Like some of the scenes are particularly well directed, but you're right, it does get pretty samey.
You lost your heart, your soul. You'll never win without them.
Ah, how poetic.
Didn't he like quote the Bible in the PlayStation 1 version?
He did, but remember we're being faithful to the Japanese version here.
I gotcha.
Did you not?
Which basically just means cut out all of its personality.
What?
Sarah says the Mexican pizza deserves to be discontinued. She
You
ordered
know
a
what?
Mexican pizza from Taco Bell because she heard that their getting rid of it.
At least do them no harm.
Funny story.
For theirs is
I did the
already
same
a hard
thing
lot.
about a month ago when I heard it was
She
being
also said
discontinued, and it was the
that she
most
would love
disappointing,
you
overcooked
for
piece of
eternity.
garbage that almost made me throw up.
No
And I
shit,
was
this
like,
thing
what a
should be
send-off.
discontinued.
Farewell, my son.
So yeah, I say, you know what? Make the Mexican pizza walk the metaphorical plank.
Yeah, I can dig. So side note, Dracula's last words there. That was the one part of the Netflix series that actually gave me like a little bit of an emotional, like, oh wow, this is actually a fairly well written show. When Dracula's about to kill Alucard, and he has that like moment of clarity, like the way that the actor delivered that line, "I'm killing our boy," you know, like that actually reached me a little bit. I didn't
feel
expect
like
that.
the whole series was built around that scene. I like
Right.
that. That's what I honestly felt was everything was built to lead up to that moment, and it delivered.
Yeah, it did. And like in a way that I didn't expect. Because, like I said, I thought the fight itself was actually kind of goofy. Because you have like these two powerful demigods, right? And they're just punching each other in the face. But then like they get to his room, and it's like, oh shit! So this isn't going to end with like, you know, Alucard
you
limit
made it.
breaking him to death. It's
Alucard, you're all right.
yeah. I thought it was well done.
Well, did we really need to see them throw more like superpowers at each other again? You know,
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I thought the opening fight of the castle, like when they took out his like vampire henchmen, I thought that was really well done.
it's what I like to
It
call the
wasn't.
Bane effect.
But remember,
Like when Bane
the
had
only
that
thing
really
necessary
lame
for
death
evil
in
to
The Dark
triumph
Knight Rises to
is
the
for
Return
good
or
men to do
whatever,
nothing.
or Catwoman shoots him.
Yeah,
With,
right. Just
Batmobile.
fucking shoots him
And
at
I
the
was
end.
so-
Veins is
Yeah, I was so upset. I was
It's
like,
best
wow,
for the
what a
world
lame
if
way to
I
get rid of
disappear.
Bane. And my friend
Now
Glenn had pointed
and
out,
forever.
did you really want to
I
see
see.
Batman and Bane fight for a fourth
Farewell,
time?
then. We'll
So
not meet
I've ever since I've called that the Bane effect. Did
The
you
Bane
really want to see
effect.
Dracula and
Well, are
Alucard
you
throw more
going after him or
fireballs at
not?
each other for the fourth time?
Well, you better get ready for that in season 4 because it's coming.
best this way.
Maybe.
So, side note, Sarah says that she believes that the Mexican pizza is actually a conspiracy. It says it's soft and squishy and nasty, and they're doing it on purpose. Like they want you to hate the Mexican pizza and not be sad it's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. Taco Bell is making subpar food on purpose.
It's different when they
think this
mean
is
to do
less
it.
of a marketing strategy and more of a living wage strategy for what they're paying their workers.
So Nick, with Castlevania Symphony of the Night now scrolling through its credits, this is going to be your opportunity to lead us in a solo rendition of "I Am the Wind." Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, I only know the Cantonese version of this song, so yeah.
Well, they replaced it. I mean, this isn't "I Am the Wind." It's just a generic kind of Castlevania sounding song.
You know what? Now that you mention that, I'm glad you had brought that up because I thought "I Am the Wind" played at the end of Metal Gear Solid.
It seems like it could have. I mean, Konami was just really into soft jazz during that era.
What did they play at the end of Metal Gear Solid? I thought they played a
It was
song.
very
Lyric.
similar. Actually, it was more similar to the song at the end of Metal Gear Solid 2. I
Metal
forget
Gear
what
Solid
played at the
was
end
a
of
big point.
Metal
I
Gear
played
Solid
most
1.
of that high, I think.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Which part?
The part that I accidentally talked over when I realized it was from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh no, like I said, I think I played most of Metal Gear Solid High, so no.
Okay.
I remember very little of it. All I remember is it ended with National Treasure with you fighting Doc Ock on top of the
Yes,
National.
that was a great boss fight, though. I love that boss fight.
Yeah, that was something. Yeah, that was good. That was solid. I enjoyed that.
You're right. It made no sense whatsoever. But at that point, I didn't really care anymore. Like this
Oh,
clearly
that
isn't a
was-
series that's supposed to make sense. I'm just gonna enjoy
That
fighting on top of the Washington Monument with my katana.
that worked in an age before I realized that wasn't the exception to the rule. That was just how Hideo Kojima rolls with everything.
Right. Sarah says just sing Baby Shark. No. We're singing I Am the Wind. Let me look up the lyrics here.
No, it's quite okay, Chris. I've heard
Just
you say.
like the wind. Nick, I've always been
They've thrown a lot of weird things in the original game, didn't they? Or like that
drifting
weird
high
game open screen that we never got to see.
up in the sky that never ends. just like the sun. When my day's done. I'm waiting for you to get in on this next. Sometimes I don't like the person I've become.
You know,
That's all I remember.
Not to be racist, but
But go on.
So not to be racist, but boy, I love how the credits scroll and it's a bunch of Japanese names. And it reminds me of the wonderful days in the 90s and early 2000s when you could just lock 12 Japanese men in a room and they'd spin straw into gold.
I know, right? It's genius.
The credits would take 2 minutes to roll.
Right?
It wasn't like freaking Batman Arkham Asylum where they go on for 2 hours.
They were the wind. They were the wind. That's what that song was about.
Yes.
They were the sun, and one day they're all just gonna be one.
I don't remember I Am the Wind, honestly. Like I said, I always thought
Oh,
that
really?
was Metal Gear.
Like, that is, like, so ingrained in my Symphony of the Night experience, because, like, I remember, you know, I played this game when I was, like, what, 12, 13 years old or something like that, and, you know, 12 and 13-year-olds aren't very difficult to impress, right? Like, I clearly remember thinking, like, wow, they really meant for this song to be profound and say something, but even at age 12, I was thinking to myself, wow, this doesn't fit with anything that they've done with this game. Like, what am I hearing right now?
One of these things is not what
Yeah, right. It may as well have been Baby Shark. I mean, we could sing anything right now, and it would make as much sense. You know?
It's like that kind of like weird techno metal song that came on after. Like that weird techno metal song that came on after you beat Mass Effect.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember that too. That was weird.
That was weird, but it was almost in keeping. Almost.
Yeah, that's fair. So Nick,
Almost. Closer than
all right, Nick. Final thoughts. 23 years on, how's Symphony of the Night hold up?
surprisingly well. I could pick this game up today, and I would feel like, wow, this is a fun little indie game.
Yeah, it's a well put together title. Like, you're right. The games that came after it all managed to, supersede it in some way. And like you said, the final word was set on the DS for this whole genre. But at the same time, it's really well done. And without it, we wouldn't have like Hollow Knight. I mean, this sparked that kind of creativity.
We have Hollow Knight. We just wouldn't have Castlevania, the 4-player cash-in that was the online game.
Oh, dude, we tried to play that for a little while, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
I don't remember whatever happened. I think we had connection issues for half the time, but
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
that was a good time.
Yeah, this is one of those rare games, unlike say GoldenEye, that still holds up 20 years later.
Yeah, that's kind of the joke that I tell Sarah a lot now. Connor's gonna have to play all the games that I grew up playing, but he's not gonna appreciate. Like, when I'm honest with myself, he's not gonna appreciate them at all because, games are just better made these days with more modern conveniences, which he's not going to want to go back to an era where these things didn't exist. However, there's certain exceptions to that rule, and I think this game is one of them. I think if you were to give this game to a younger person and they were to play it, they would still find something to enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. This still holds up perfectly to this day without any asterisk.
And with that, Nick, next time we'll begin Spoopy October with possibly another Castlevania? Who the hell knows? Maybe we have 2 projects.
Maybe Dead Space. We'll see.
Maybe Mario Sunshine? Who the hell knows? That's a horror game. We'll see you next time.